You need to understand this, that when God sends you on a mission, he has more vested in that mission than you do. All you got to do is stand up and say, present and accounted for. It ain't got to happen. All you got to do is say, I'm here. The work ain't yours. The battle ain't yours. When I tell you need to wear your little Share Life t-shirt, all you got to do is wear the Share Life. What hard is that? That's backwards. What's so hard about that? You know, all you got to do is just show up. That's it. And you know what you need to do? You need to go before God. Lord, you know, I'm wearing this stupid shirt. You know, I can't show my bosom and I can't show everything else when I wear this thing. You know, I had something else that I wanted to wear. But you know, Bishop told me to wear this. So I'm going to wear this because Bishop said it, because he the man you sent. Now, therefore, I'm doing it in your name with my flat self. Understand, whatever you give up for God, remind God of what you did for him. But if you ain't got nothing to remind him of, and if you can't do a simple thing, come on. But I'm trying to get you to realize, look at what's on the other side of this. When you do what God tells you to do, what you can't do with your own two hands, he'll do it for you. When you've been weary, when you've been broken, when you've been hurt, God say, I'll lift you up. I'll pick you up. I'll lift your feet out of the muck and the miry clay, and I'm going to plant you on solid ground. That's the kind of God you need to have. You don't need no God that's going to sit up off here in space somewhere. Why you come to church, waste your time, when the truth is, all you got to do is put him first. He'll take care of every need you got. When you can't, you still can. If you want that in your life, you got to understand how Peter got there. He got there by putting Christ first. Lord, we have worked hard all night. You need to know this. You have the ability to get all your needs met right now. You can do this. People in Guiding Light, you have heard enough right now to put God first. But you know what? Some of you are still stiff-necked, hard-headed. I came to church. You've been trained by the lie of church. You've been so conditioned and programmed that all you're supposed to do is come. Bless me, Bishop. Bless me, choir. Woo, hallelujah. All you want is this? I want a God that's going to be there for me. I want a God that when I'm hurting, he can comfort me. I want a God that can do more than me say, it's going to be all right. He said, right, I'm hurt now, but it's going to be all right. I want something more than it's going to be all right. I want some reality with that. If you want the reality, then you're going to have to make God be real in your life so that when you come here, yeah, you might sit for a while and get the word, but then when you get back up, you're up doing something for your brother or sister. Because when you do the work of ministry, you're doing his work. And let me tell you something. Told you this before. When you go in that cubicle and you go in there, they give you your computer. They give you all the stuff you need to work with. God will give you everything you need to work with when you become his servant. What you waiting on? Because this is the God to say when you can't. Let me tell you what it is. What God doing with some of y'all, he's waiting on you to bust your behind. He's waiting on you to fall flat on your butt for you to fall out. He's just waiting on you to say, dag, I'm so tired. Shucks. I can't do no more. He say, that's what I've been waiting on. I've been waiting on you to realize you can't do this. Did you get yourself up this morning? I thought you would have took a clue from that. believe in your mind something told you time to wake up. If it hadn't been me telling you to wake up, you wouldn't be here. I don't think you took a minute to think about how you breathing this morning. I don't think you say, breathe. Okay, put it out. Breathe. Blow it out. Heartbeat. Oh, okay, heartbeat now. Don't forget to breathe. Breathe. All right. Eyes keep looking at the same time. Feet keep walking. Oh, but gotta keep breathing. Don't you realize he the one got everything working for you? You ain't walking around on your own. You eat food and the food turns into energy. Do you make it happen? No, do you when you eat that food, you have to say, okay, now collard green turn into energy. Meat be protein and be the right kind of protein. Now come on, break it down. Cell number 756,095. Oh, white blood cells, I understand. I'm getting the message. There's something going wrong. Oh, in my liver, go in there, white blood cell, fit that liver up. By the way, cold came by, and we got to get rid of this cold. Come on, cold. Now, don't forget to breathe. God say, wait a minute. Ain't you figured out by now? If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be here. Don't you know that I know you got to have something to eat? Don't you know that I know you got to have clothes to wear? Why are you running around ignoring me? Put me first, and I'll take care of all your other needs. Look at what happened with Peter. When he pushed out a little from the shore, then I gave him a personal revelation. When you can't, you still can. When you know who you're serving. Let me go on. Peter acted with the gifts God gave him. It was his boat. Peter acted with the gift. What do? You need to act with the gifts that you got. What are your spiritual gifts? You need to use those. Suppose it was like this. Peter, launch out a little bit from the shore. I don't feel like doing that, Lord. But I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go home and fix dinner for you. Peter, I told you to launch out from the shore with the boat I gave you. Well, I got a house. So I'm going to go home. I'm going to get Miss Peter. She going to fix you some. Won't be fish because we ain't got none. But we'll fix you some bread. I'll get her to heat some bread up in the oven. Peter, I said, launch out. No, Lord, I'm going to go. Well, what that all about? I gave you a voice to sing. I gave you a spirit of exhortation. Who you talking to? Oh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. But I told you to exhort my name. I told you to lay hands on the sick. Well, I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to be a greeter. But I thought I told you to lay hands on the sick. I thought I told you to encourage people. Well, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on clean sweep. What did I give you to do? Yeah. Didn't I give you the gift of administration? Yeah, well, yeah. Uh-huh. And what you see? Well, I see a lot of stuff that these folk ain't doing right around here. I see what they ought to be doing. Didn't I give you the gift? What you supposed to do with it? Well, ain't none of my business. But that's the reason ain't nothing happening because this and this. I gave you the gift. Why don't you use the gift? You going to let my house go down because you got attitude? You going to do something? You going to go, you going to fix me some bread when I told you to push out. I told you to push out. I gave you a mission. I gave you your spiritual gifts. You need to be using those gifts that I gave you for my glory. Oh, don't let me catch you in no club singing. And you can't sing in the church. Don't even let me catch you in the shower singing. When I told you what I want you to do. Oh, you can sing in that shower. You can sing for that soap. How about it when you don't have no money to buy no soap? Who you going to sing for then? How about it you ain't got no shower? When you realize it is I who gave you what you got, then you're going to come to me and ask me, what must I do to be saved? Let me tell you, you got to act with what God has given, just like Peter, who was experiencing a need. You got to let down your nets even when the bills are still due. Didn't Peter have to let the net down when he didn't have nothing? See, some of y'all dodo heads, what it is, God done told you what to do, but you ain't doing it. Well, I ain't got no fish. Why I'm going to go out to the deep? You got to learn to push out, to step out, even when you can't see no way out. Because you still can when you can't. When the bills are due, keep on serving God. When it doesn't look like you're going to make it through, keep on serving God. When you can't see your way out, you got to remember that Abraham, he kept on serving. Daniel kept on serving. When the lion's den was over there, when the fire was heated up, keep on serving. You can't see your way out. When you can't, you still can. And the sickness is still there. You keep on casting your net. You keep on saying God can do it. When the children still acting a stone crazy fool, you keep on casting it. You keep on believing God gonna work it out some kind of way. When your marriage is a wreck, can't get along, don't want to be there, don't want to go home, you still keep casting on that. Because when you can't, that's when you can. Master, we work hard all night long. That's what I wanted you to do. How many of you working all these extra jobs trying to make ends meet? Maybe God's trying to tell you something. You know what you're going to do? You know what he says in the book of Proverbs? He said, at the end of your life, when your life has become a ruin, when you've been worn out because of all the trying to make a living, when you down and you came, then you're going to say, you'll realize, he'll cause you to recognize that you could have made it a lot easier if you just looked to me. Oh, you'll get the revelation all right. When your body done broke down, when everything all messed up and decrepit, then you'll realize if I had just put God first, I never would have had to have done, never would have had to been through some of this hell I went through. Oh, why didn't I listen to what God said? Oh, it's too late then. You ain't got but one life. And this one's going to be over with soon. I'd use it on first service, don't use it in this one. 50 years from now, half of y'all going to be gone. 80 years from now, all of us going to be gone. May get 1 or 2 children over there. Take one of them young ones over there. I'll be making it. They'll be sitting down in their wheelchair. I remember when Bishop Joe tried to tell us that we should put God first and that's the thing that matters. But a lot of them folk didn't listen. They went out. I saw them all go. You know, no one left. So children, please y'all listen. When Bishop tried to tell us a long time ago, I was 8, now 88. But the whole church gone. They had to perish because they didn't listen. And you know what the little kid's probably going to do? Oh, Grandma, shut up. I got to text my boyfriend.